I want to just touch briefly on wants and needs, because you need some things in your life and you want some things in your life, or your company needs some things, or you want to get something for your company. And how you approach that can mean that you could put yourself in a financial situation. Man, I want that. I want that one right there. Well, do you need it? No, I don't need it, but I want it. You're going to have to watch your dollars. And you're going to have to choose those things that you actually need personally. Make that truck last as long as you can. Make those things last as long as you can. Take care of them. Don't overburden yourself with fresh debt because you just want that. I want that truck. I want that fancy truck. I want that big truck. Give me that V10. I don't want a V8. I want a V10. I want dual wheels. I want this. I want that. And when you do that, you got to understand that now that goes on for several years. Now, it's always touchy for me to say this because most people have already done that. It's almost a joke in the industry that guys will go into business and they'll buy a new truck. And I was out at Lou Grubb the other day buying a new truck, and I saw a guy that had been in the class, and he was out there buying the biggest, nicest truck that Chevy made. And I talked to him because we recognized each other, and he had taken people's old Chevrolet dualies and things like that to haul his backhoe on. Some of them had the fiberglass fenders that had kind of been busted off, and the bumper had been smashed in by the tire, and you've seen them before. And this one he was so proud of because this one he could buy. So he just did that in stages until he could handle that. He had a sign on his old truck. He had a sign on his new truck. So if I were to get to the contractors in time, I would probably recommend that they don't do that. Now, there are people in this town who have done that. Kent Shuck was one of them at Shuck and Sons. He always had, he dealt with Don Sanderson Ford. They were personal friends, and he would buy and always had new Ford trucks. Then after a while, he had his own staff, his own mechanics, and he'd maintain those trucks. So he ultimately got a lot of wear out of them, hundreds of thousands of miles out of those trucks. But he always liked to buy new trucks. Chaz Roberts, on the other hand, that was a joke in town. That guy didn't have a truck that didn't have a door wired shut or duct taped the headlights in. But that's just, you can choose how you want to do it. But do you need it or do you want it? Needs are not negotiable. You need it. It's got to be. A want is negotiable. And when it comes to money, one will become an investment and one will be called spent. I spent some money on that. Or I invested into a spray rig, and I got another guy that's coming to work Monday, and he's a painter, and he's going to use that spray rig. So when you make investments, you always listen for the word return. You always want something back off of that. So just again, when you're handling money, do you need it? Do you want it? Are you spending money or are you investing money?